think we should be live. Let's just double check the stream to see if it's working. So I go to my phone, go to YouTube. I should have had this up on my phone already. Okay, I think we are ready. It looks like I'm live. Hello, everyone. This music's a little louder than I expected. We have music from the Lon Chaney 1923 Hunchback of Notre Dame film, which, if you're familiar with Hunchback of Notre Dame as a story, you might think to yourself, is this really a horror movie to have as a score? Because this is the thing you do, Apodemus. And the answer is, I don't think it's a horror movie per se, but it often gets grouped with horror films for whatever reason. Like it gets talked about as being among the classic horror films. We have a lot to do today, so I do want to finish all of the chapter we currently have on Resident Evil 4. We have to finish chapter 4, and I'm hoping I can do all of chapter 5. We'll see how possible that is. This is my first time streaming after work, so we'll see how well and how capable I am of doing what I want to do. As with the last several episodes, we're going to start with going back through our horror tier list, do a little bit more, and for the purposes of saving time, we are going to just do the R line today. We've got quite a few to cover actually, so we're going to start with A Quiet Place, which isn't on the R line. It's a Q, but it's the only Q on here. So I'm going to say A Quiet Place is maybe worth seeing. I wasn't as crazy about it as some people were. The conceit of A Quiet Place is quite interesting. I think that it can be really interesting when films deliberately try to engage with people's kind of... The word somatic came to mind. I don't know if that's exactly the word that I mean. So I don't know if everyone else does this, but I certainly do. When I watch people in a movie have to hold their breath, I kind of have the impulse to also hold my breath. And A Quiet Place, I think, is quite interesting because the desire for quiet that the film itself implies is I think is like an interesting thing that can kind of like cross past that barrier of the screen itself. I don't think it's a great movie, but it's kind of neat. I think that tension that it proposes is rather compelling. So we put it in maybe worth watching. A Quiet Place Part 2. I have not seen. I'm not particularly motivated to see it. I hear that it's actually pretty good. Wait, am I confusing A Quiet Place or... You know what? No, is this the one with... I think this is the one with Lupita Nyong'o. Or is it... Am I crazy? What movie has Lupita Nyong'o? I'm going to Google that real quick. Lupita Nyong'o. Filmography. She was in A Quiet Place Day 1, which is probably not A Quiet Place Part 2. Maybe I'm wrong. I think that A Quiet Place Day 1 with Lupita Nyong'o is supposed to actually be quite good. I don't think that's what A Quiet Place Part 2 is. I Google or I Wikipedia films. Okay, Part 2 is not the same as Day 1. Day 1 is a prequel, and it is the third film. Yeah, okay, well, Day 1, I would probably... obviously, when I thought it was Day 1, I threw it in the want to see section. Ambulance passing, sorry, everyone. Hopefully that's not too audible. Just a moment. Okay, I think that's gone enough. I obviously would have put day one in want to see, because I hear that one is actually like weirdly surprisingly good. But that's not what's on this list, so here we are. We have Reanimator. This has come up already, of course. And yeah, Reanimator. We don't have Bride of Reanimator or Beyond Reanimator here, but I'm gonna throw Reanimator. I think it's either in outstanding or maybe personal favorite. I might throw it in personal favorites, actually. Reanimator, very disgusting film. I would say if you're sensitive to literally anything at all, don't watch it. Intense gore effects, also just like gross thematically in a bunch of different ways. I think incredibly funny. I think incredibly well made. You know, they make a little bit of a deal sometimes that, oh, it's H.P. Lovecraft's Reanimator. It really has nothing to do with the Lovecraft story. Like, it's not particularly Lovecraftian, I don't think. It's just a good, weird, nasty zombie movie. With, I think, like a particularly good finale. And yeah, we will have to add the, if we, again, I'm probably never going to upload a bunch of extra posters to a bunch of other films that aren't on this list, but Bride and Beyond I would probably throw in here if we make blanks, or if we do an episode at the end of all this where I try to hit on a bunch of stuff that's missing. We'll add those along with Return of the Living Dead, which, as I said, Return is not on this list, unfortunately. Ready or Not, I don't know what this is. I feel like I'm confusing. I could swear that there was a comedy called Ready or Not recently that is not a horror movie. I am not crazy about the poster, but it doesn't immediately turn me off, so I'm going to say we'll just put it in neutral. The Reaping, this is one that I'm almost certain that I've seen, but just needs a rewatch. So I'm going to throw that. I don't remember it at all. I'm almost certain this is one that I rented physically from a video store. Like the poster looks too familiar to me. Maybe I'm completely off base, but this feels like the kind of thing that if I had seen it at a video store, I would have watched it. We're gonna keep rolling though, because we got a lot to cover. Wreck. I don't know if this is supposed to be the original Spanish one, or if it's the remake. If it's the original, the remake is actually pretty good. Like, the American remake is solid. If it's the original Spanish one, it's definitely in the outstanding section. If it's the American one, I would still probably put it in actually good, though. Found footage horror zombie film. Found footage as a trend in the 2000s is not particularly beloved. You know, we talked Cloverfield a little bit. We talked Diary of the Dead a little bit. We didn't go into it in depth in terms of these being extensions of the found footage trend specifically, but like for the young ones who are watching this stream right now, keep in mind that in the early 2000s, the like digital video, and even like mini DV, and like the idea that you could carry a camera around with you was really quite novel. You know, people didn't have smartphones with a camera on them all the time, and this idea that not only could films be shot with these handheld rigs, but that it would lend a kind of gravity and believability to a film to make it feel like the kind of footage that was being shot by film crews. And like, you know, in the early 2000s, it's not just that the cameras themselves were quite novel, because like there were handheld video cameras that could shoot on VHS or whatever in the 90s, but the idea that you had a way to mass proliferate this footage through the internet meant that unprofessional handheld footage of like war zones and things could really be rapidly proliferated in a way that had never existed before. and it really set the grounding for a lot of questions about like verisimilitude in productions. And I think that like things like the back rooms wouldn't really exist today if not for the found footage genre of horror. And at the time, people got very, very tired of it. People were immediately very, very critical of it because of motion sickness. I myself was never particularly fond of the trend. The real trendsetter, of course, being Blair Witch Project. I flew past that, but there were a bunch of these handheld horror films in the 2000s that were quickly criticized, and perhaps rightfully so. But you know, now that we're like 20 years out from the peak of that trend, I kind of think we've gotten enough distance that we've separated the wheat from the chaff, and something like Rec can sit forward, and Diary of the Dead, which I guess I don't know to what degree I really, really went into Diary of the Dead. I personally like Diary of the Dead. It's Romero's fifth zombie film. It's a sort of reboot. It's all found footage, and I think that Diary of the Dead, it's either very low in actually good or pretty high in my list, in my mind, of maybe worth seeing. I think that's maybe more appropriate, maybe worth seeing rather than actually good. Diary of the Dead, I'm willing to say isn't actually that good of a movie, but it's an incredibly smart movie and an incredibly interesting movie. And when you think about the specificities of the time when it came out, the degree to which it is smart is... I think worth reflecting on. Cloverfield, again, I think is where did we put Cloverfield? Is it not a horror film, or did we put it in horror? No, I can't remember where we put Cloverfield. I presume... Am I crazy? Where did I put Cloverfield? I don't want to distract too much from the list making, so if I don't find it... Okay, we put it in maybe worth seeing. Yeah, I mean, I think this is true of a lot of the found footage stuff, which I think is more revealing of the conditions around which these films were produced, more so than actually being good films in many cases. And of course, one of my big hot takes is that, as we've discussed, I don't particularly like the original Blair Witch Project, which I have described as actually bad, because I think it was the first film that we discussed in this list that I go out of my way to specify as the Blair Witch Project is annoying. It's an annoying movie. The last half hour is fine. The first hour is like I think like nails on a chalkboard. Just watching stupid people yell at each other for an hour isn't fun. But anyway, Rec is maybe the best of the found footage horror trend, and I think deserves to be an outstanding. Rec 2 I never saw. I think that there is also a Rec 3, and as said, there was an American remake, and I saw the American remake and we discussed that. Rec 2, I can't remember if it's well received or not. I'll probably just throw it under neutral. I really should have either had a garbage can or, again, just like a whole section just called Sequel Hell, or Sequel Jail, maybe. The Reef and the Requin. I don't care. I think we've talked about shark movies and thalassophobia well enough. Largely quite boring. I don't think any of them will substantially improve upon either the kind of adventure of Jaws or the very basic purity of something like Open Water, or the silliness of something like The Meg, I don't know. I'm more willing to entertain something like Sharknado than one of a million rather boring shark horror movies. The Reef is... I don't know anything about this, but I'm never going to watch them. Now we get to the fun part, everybody, because this is a Resident Evil stream. We get to talk about the Resident Evil movies, and I'm sure that everyone is, by default, going to assume that I'm going to throw all of these into the actually bad or please don't sections. I'm not. I actually rather like the Resident Evil movies. They're very bad, but they're, I think, actually kind of fun and silly, and I think that people would be more forgiving of the fact that they're incredibly silly if they didn't have the Resident Evil name attached to them. And they obviously do, but you know, I don't hate them for the most part. I think what we'll do, maybe I'll throw you the bone for the people who want the blood of me savaging these films. Final Chapter is I think actually bad, maybe a please don't even. I think yeah, you know what? I think I will put it in please don't. Final Chapter is without a doubt the worst of the films. I think it's the least interesting, it's the least funny, it's the least silly. It's the most egregious about this thing that happens throughout the entire series, where almost every Resident Evil film resets resets what happened at the end of the previous film to a point where they almost feel like films that were written completely separate from each other, and just later retroactively rewritten to serve the purposes of being connected. So the big example is at the end of Resident Evil Apocalypse. There's this whole big escape thing about them taking down Umbrella, like this whole crew of people, and it's like, okay, we're getting this together, and we get she gets psychic powers, and that's very exciting that Alice has psychic powers, and they're getting the crew together. In the beginning of Extinction, none of that is relevant at all because the world ends. The whole zombie apocalypse happens off screen in between these two movies, and the world ends and it becomes like a Mad Max desert, and the team that they got to like take down Umbrella is kind of irrelevant because the entire world actually literally ended. And the team is still kind of together, but now they're like a Mad Max caravan. The fact that she has psychic powers is basically irrelevant to the film. At the end of the film, she not only has her psychic powers, but she uncovers all of these a whole room of tons and tons of Alice clones, and it's like, I've got an army of Alices, and we're going to take down Umbrella together. A whole army of Alices with our psychic powers. And that's a cool ending to this movie. And then at the beginning of Afterlife, all of the clones get killed immediately. It's like the opening scene is all of the clones dying. And she gets shot with some kind of syringe that suppresses her psychic powers. So that ending and the psychic powers bit is irrelevant now for the rest of the series. At the end of Afterlife, they successfully capture this like aircraft carrier from Umbrella, and it's like this hopeful ending at the end of Afterlife that like, oh, this like nuclear aircraft carrier has its own power generation. It has all this space. We can become the new home base for like rebuilding of the human race, and we can send out a beacon saying to people, we're safe, we could be on the ocean, everybody come to this boat. That's the end of Afterlife. Beginning of Retribution is the boat gets attacked by Umbrella, so that whole ending is completely irrelevant. End of Retribution, another ambulance passes, pardon me everybody. So I live kind of close to a hospital. I'm not like mega close to it, but I'm close enough that ambulances not infrequently, are rooted close to my house. Not often, but like obviously kind of often. It doesn't like wake me up at night or anything, but it happens enough to be a trouble sometimes for this. Anyway, end of Resident Evil Retribution, very, very cool ending. The gang is all together again. New gang, all new gang, tons of us. Leon is there, Ada is there. Wesker is, I think Wesker's back. I think Barry's back. So I can't remember who the whole gang is at the end of Retribution, but they're all together and they're on the roof of the White House, and the Red Queen from the first film has put together a zombie army, and it's like we have to mount the resistance against a zombie army controlled by the Red Queen. Beginning of final chapter, skips forward, everybody from that ending, the whole team already dead, fight already lost. The Red Queen thing was a fake out. That kind of just sucks. I think that it's like it's the coolest, weirdest of all the endings, and it's the most awkward, I think, about the change, because it's like it doesn't even dignify a flashback in the way that like Retribution has a cool, weird intro that does undo the end of Afterlife, but it makes it cool and it shows Umbrella like devastating the aircraft carrier. Final chapter is just like Jill wandering alone, being like, oh yeah, all my friends are dead now that we lost. It sucks. It's a terrible start to a film. The rest of the film is actually, frankly, quite boring. It comes up with a kind of a clever twist to try to like retroactively reconnect the whole 6-film saga, but it's not clever enough to actually make it good. Final chapter sucks. It's as someone who is kind of a defender of these movies as fun, dumb camp fests, I think it kind of sucks that final chapter is such a failure to understand what is kind of fun about the rest. Another ambulance, everybody. Okay, I think we're good. Nope. Oh, well. I don't know what's up tonight, man. We'll go through the regular series now. I will also draw acknowledgement to the fact that the 4 CGI Resident Evil movies are not on here, which of course in order are it's Degeneration, Damnation, Vendetta, and Death Island. I actually rather like those movies. Degeneration is a little bit boring. It's kind of conventionally the best of the films, but I think it's boring. It's maybe not worth watching. It's okay. Damnation, I think it's probably maybe also not worth watching. I will say the finale to Damnation, like the final 20 minutes or something, are actually awesome and are worth watching on their own. It involves the release of multiple tyrants, like Mr. X style, like fairly smart, fairly in control tyrants, and an action scene with Leon and Ada and a weird psychic guy who can control liquors with his psychic powers. And that sequence is actually nuts. And I think it is one of the best illustrations of making tyrants kind of scary. It's primarily an action sequence. It's not really a horror movie, but yeah, that sequence is fun. I would say watch watch like the last 30 minutes or whatever of Damnation and don't worry much about the plot. It's fine. Vendetta is the one that people always share that gif of Chris doing really goofy ass gun kata, like he's doing like gun kung fu, where he's like rolling on the ground with this villain, and they're like rolling and running around each other, and it's completely silly. I love Vendetta. I think Vendetta is extremely funny and stupid. Vendetta is spiritually akin to Resident Evil 6. but it's instead of being like 12 hours long, um, and kind of annoying with some way too long boss battles, Vendetta is it's a short, tight, regular length movie that you get through, and it's silly and it's dumb, and you can kind of just enjoy it as a goofy action horror movie. Lastly, Death Island. Death Island, I actually quite like as well. Um, it's not as goofy as Vendetta. It's a little bit more serious. It is a direct sequel to Vendetta, so I would say definitely watch them both. Vendetta is real dumb, but the fun thing about Death Island is that you actually get the whole gang together for like kind of like the first time ever. Like it's like Leon and Chris and Claire and Jill all in one movie, and it is cringy and millennial as this is. It is kind of like seeing the like Avengers Assemble moment, because like the Resident Evil series as a whole isn't actually good about bringing its characters together. Like so often these characters just never interact and never overlap with each other, and seeing them all together in one scenario was kind of fun in a completely self-indulgent fanfic kind of way in Death Island. That's enough ranting about the CGI films that aren't on this list. Resident Evil 1, by far the conventionally best of the Resident Evil films. I think it's probably the only one of these movies that even knocks at the door of being actually good. It's a pretty straightforward horror movie. I think that it is interesting insofar as that it was at more car horns. People are going crazy out there tonight. I don't know what's up. Resident Evil was originally intended to be a piece of companion media. It wasn't going to be a film adaptation of the game, and that's part of why it is the way that it is. It was meant to be a thing that it's like, oh, if you watch this movie, it will like explain backstory that the games don't, and it doesn't adapt the events of the games, but it is complementary to the events of the games. That's kind of not what it turned out to be. That got changed at some point during its production, and it awkwardly is not it doesn't fully commit to either being an adaptation of the early games, nor does it exactly work. It doesn't work as a piece of companion media at all, but the fact that it was at one point still shows through structurally or something. But I think it's still kind of an okay... I'm certainly not going to say it's a horror movie for kids, but I would say that kind of like if you want somebody, if somebody's into zombies but not into being scared, it's not particularly scary. But of all of the films, it's the one that's closest to being a horror movie. It has an okay mystery. It has a couple good sequences. The laser hallway sequence, most famously, has actually received homages in the games. It's not the only thing from the movie that has shown up in the games. I will say as well, people who are only familiar with the main games and not so much with the accessory stuff might not be aware of the fact that Red Queen, the AI from Resident Evil, was actually canonized in Umbrella Chronicles, the Wii like light gun rail shooter. Umbrella Chronicles is a very, 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 very truncated adaptation of Resident Evils 0, 1, and 3. It has like 4 missions each taking place in each of those games. Kind of a greatest hits thing of a few boss battles in a few locations. And then the 4th kind of campaign, or the 4th chapter, is an original campaign that takes place at a I think is it Chris and Jill? It's two people raiding an umbrella. It's like BSAA is raiding an umbrella facility in Russia, and there's a dude at that facility in Russia who is I believe the genetic template for tyrants, and that facility in Russia has the Red Queen as an AI. This is way off base though. So anyway, Resident Evil actually good. It's not great, but it's on the low end of actually good. It's the only one in the series that is actually good. To some degree or another, I'm going to probably say that basically all the other films 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all kind of in the maybe worth watching section. Again, I don't hate them. I don't think that they're... I can't go so far as to say that like they are good movies, but I think that they're like kind of fun, silly, camp zombie adventures. They're also all incredibly short, which is something you don't like get a lot in big budget Hollywood action films anymore. Extinction in particular, the third one, I swear it's like 74 minutes or something insane. Like it's like maybe if you like remove the if you maybe remove the credits and remove the if you remove the credits and remove the opening narration or something, I think it's literally like under 80 minutes long, which is like crazy. That's so short for a movie, which isn't to say that like makes it good, but it's like the fact that it's not like wasting your time. Basically, it's here's this tight thing that like Apocalypse is loosely an adaptation of Resident Evils 2 and 3. You get Jill, you get Carlos, you get Nemesis, you get a chase through the streets of Raccoon City. It's very goofy. It's very video gamey. I would say it's like one of the most video gamey of the movies, which maybe seems obvious because like they're based on video games, but there's something about the way that they move from location to location that feels very much like here are the levels of a video game. It's like, here's the church level, here's the level, here's the schoolhouse level. The other one people are quickest to kind of complement alongside the first, but I personally think it's about on par with the rest of them. Extinction, as said, is kind of this like Mad Maxy film. Like it feels like a Mad Max homage. It's a convoy. It's a little bit of a Mad Max homage, a little bit of like a Land of the Dead homage, probably, or Twilight of the Dead if it ever gets made. It's an homage in advance to the idea of Twilight of the Dead, of caravan of humans moving through this like desert wasteland because zombie apocalypse has happened, and apparently the zombie apocalypse has it led to desertification of the entire United States, and they are heading towards this umbrella facility, and the umbrella facility is doing some kinds of tests, both trying to figure out stuff about zombies, and there's a whole thread that is like a knockoff of the Dr. Logan and Bub sequence from Day of the Dead by Romero. But yeah, again, it's such a short, silly film. I think I have fun with it. Afterlife is this weird homage. The only thing it really draws from is that it has, for some reason that doesn't make any sense at all, the zombies' heads in Afterlife burst open like flowers, like the way that the Magini do in Resident Evil 5. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The Magini aren't even zombies. They have parasites. Where and why the zombies can do this is never particularly well explained in Afterlife. The setup of Afterlife is, if Extinction is an homage to Mad Max, Afterlife is like The Raid or Dread. Like it takes place entirely within like one high rise, and like again, it's a super tight film like Extinction. Like it's so short and kind of dumb, and there's one kind of good boss battle fight where they fight the executioner from 5, like the big guy with the axe. But I still kind of have fun with Afterlife. The end is incredibly silly, incredibly stupid. They fight Wesker. On the aforementioned aircraft carrier. The Wesker fight is extremely silly, extremely stupid. It looks like garbage. It's based on some of the Wesker stuff from Resident Evil 5 as well. It's so silly. I don't know. Just have fun with it, people. Laugh. Like, don't get mad at the film being bad. Have fun with it. I think... I don't know. Life is too short to get mad at these kinds of films. I feel like... I feel this way as well about, like, the Joel Schumacher Batman films. It's like Batman and Robin by Joel Schumacher is so fun and so stupid. Like, just enjoy it. And I'm not trying to say that to be like eat the slop, because I'm not trying to say like accept it as good. That's not really my point. It's more the equivalent of like just make fun of it, have fun with it. It's silly. It's not pretending to be something it's not. Retribution, I think, is actually maybe my favorite of all of the intermediary films. I'm going to kick it up just for the sake of it. Retribution is extremely weird, and it is so bizarre in all of these different ideas that it's throwing together in its plotting. It's so weird it almost feels kind of avant-garde. And when I say weird, I kind of mean maybe incompetent. Like, there's way too many ideas. It's the one that brings in Leon, it brings in Barry, it brings in Ada. It's like an Arctic research facility of umbrellas that after the aircraft carrier gets destroyed, the crew find themselves in this facility. Leon and Barry are like raiding it. Alice is dropped into it as part of some kind of weird test. Ada's trying to get her out. It barely makes any sense. There's all these weird different thematic chambers in it that are used for different simulations of different kinds. One of the simulations has Carlos in it. There's all these clones. It's a completely ludicrous film that doesn't really make any sense at all. But I think it's kind of... I actually think it's like borderline avant-garde in how bizarrely disjointed it is as a film with all of the ideas that it has. We've talked a lot about the Resident Evil live action film. Sorry everybody, this got longer than I expected it to be. We are going to talk about Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, which I think in some regards is a better adaptation of the Resident Evil Raccoon Saga, Resident Evils 1, 2, and 3, than any of the Paul W.S. Anderson films. It is definitely more of a adaptation. I kind of hate it more than any of them. I think that it is it's maybe a better film than almost any of these middle ones, aside from maybe Apocalypse. I don't know. The phrasing, the thing that I think about Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City is that first, getting past the fact that trying to squeeze Resident Evils 1, 2, and 3 all into a single film is like way too much. Like, getting past that, because that's like pretty obvious, is I don't necessarily hate what changes it makes. It does a few weird things that are inaccurate to the games, but I kind of like am willing to accept it as being like, okay, this is a different story. They have to do what they have to do. One of those they have to do what they have to do is that like they make Chief Irons into like an ally in the film for a portion of it, and that's like whatever. I don't like it, but it's whatever. It's fine, I guess. I understand it as like I don't like it as like an adaptation of the game, but it's like I understand it as like a plot contrivance that you have this figure who's like more cognizant of what is happening with Umbrella. It makes sense to have him along for the ride. has Claire and Chris, not only do they interact, but they like clash with each other. I don't particularly like that either. But again, I kind of understand it for like the purposes of the plot. Sure, whatever. There's just a lot of there's a lot of completely confusing choices in the. I understand. Irons makes sense to me again because of plot convenience. Claire and Chris clashing with each other also kind of makes sense because it allows them to take divergent paths in the story. They turn Leon into kind of comic relief, which I don't like, but again, it kind of makes sense for rounding out a film. There's choices, though, that I don't really understand at all, as said, one of which is they make Wesker into like a himbo, and I don't get it at all. And he's like an idiot who doesn't understand. He's like an idiot who doesn't understand what's happening at all. And it doesn't make sense that they made him unaware of things, because Chris has almost nothing to do in the plot. And it's like they could have used Chris as that kind of like unawares figure. So yeah, I just don't know why they would make Wesker into this like audience avatar of this unawares figure. It really, really, really doesn't make sense. They made Jill into... Likewise, they made Jill's relationship with Wesker more foregrounded in the story than they made Chris's relationship with Jill, which I don't think makes any sense either. There's a lot of just dumb story ideas that, like these, that I wouldn't even hate them unto themselves, because it's like, whatever, it's its own original story. The thing that I dislike is that the film is peppered with so many hyper-specific Easter eggs and in-jokes for fans that, to me, are so ham-fisted and stupid that they end up feeling kind of insulting, like they are almost contemptuous of the audience rather than actually being gracious to the audience. So famously, one of the most awkward ones is that like Jill and the gang, they're like at a diner eating food, and Jill like steals a sandwich off of Wesker's plate, and she like basically looks straight at the camera and is like, Jill's sandwich. Like, this is Jill's sandwich now because she took it from Wesker. And it's like, I actually genuinely think that's like more insulting than like anything that happens in any of the Paul W.S. Anderson films. I think that's like such a it's such a dumb non-solution to the fan desire for the games to be better represented, that it actually, as I said, it actually feels almost like contemptuous of the audience. The other example that comes to mind is that like Itchy Tasty, very famously, like one of the best known environmental storytelling, like log record things in the history of video games, like period, like all video games, not just Resident Evil, but like all video games. I don't know if there's like, there's very few messages you'll, in environmental storytelling in video games, more known than Itchy Tasty, which in the original Resident Evil 1, you find a diary of a guy who's turning into a zombie, and his speech increasingly worsens page after page after page, where he starts the journal completely legible and cognizant and all of that, and it makes sense. And like by the end of the journal, after you're like 10 pages in or whatever, his speech is completely broken down. The final message in the book is just, itchy, tasty. And the idea is that like his skin is itching because he's like actively rotting, and tasty because he's like hungry. He's like eating. He killed someone and ate someone, I believe, already in the journal. And it's always thought of as being like incredibly disturbing and like a great piece of writing in RE1. And the slow buildup of reading that whole journal is really like what makes it work. And like itchy tasty unto itself only makes sense as an extension of like the breakdown of his language over the course of the journal. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City has Claire like at home, and she like looks across the alley to a house, and there's a balding zombie woman in the other house, and she writes the words itchy tasty in blood on the window. And that's how Welcome to Raccoon City does it. And it's so stupid. It so doesn't make any sense at all. Why is she writing itchy tasty? Why is she writing it in blood? There's no build-up for it. It's so totally just like this thing that's supposed to be there for fans, but so totally doesn't understand what fans like about the games or the story or anything. And here's I guess where the failure is turned into a metaphor so perfect that I would struggle to come up with it myself. Like moments later, this zombie woman dashes across the alley and like bursts through Claire's door and tackles Claire to the ground. And instead of biting her like a zombie would, this woman who wrote itchy tasty in the window in blood literally screams itchy tasty at Claire's face. And to me, it's like, yeah, that's what this film is doing. It's like it is bum rushing you without warning, tackling you, and screaming references in your face. And I don't hate Welcome to Raccoon City. Again, I'm putting at the bottom, maybe worth seeing. But I think it is in many regards worse than any of the Paul W.S. Anderson films, because it is it feels to me like it is as I said, yelling at the audience and being like, this is what you want, huh? Isn't this what you wanted, you idiots? You piggies, come up to the trough and eat your slop, you nasty video game nerds. Eat this garbage. I feel like that's really what it is as a film. I will say, one very, very funny sequence in the film. Chief Irons calls Leon a fucking moron, and it's actually a very funny joke. That one joke made me laugh out loud. Ring 2 and Rings. I saw Ring 2 a million years ago, and I don't remember it at all, so I'll throw it underneath the rewatch. And Rings, which was like the many years later type sequel, I also have never seen. I kind of want to see it. I don't know to what degree, or I don't remember to what degree Ring 2 and Rings... I don't remember in the case of Ring 2, don't know in the case of Rings. I don't know to what degree they engage with Ringu. The Ringu sequels are awesome. They're really cool and really, really weird. I don't know to what degree these engage with them, but that intrigues me enough that we're going to throw this into haven't seen, want to. Ringu 2 and 3, check them out, everybody. Very cool, very weird, very disturbing. Ritual. I don't know what Ritual is. I like the poster, so we're going to throw it under haven't seen, want to. Rose Red. I don't know about. It's probably going to be in the neutral zone, because I'm iffy on Stephen King, and the fact that Stephen King's name is so big makes me especially iffy about it. Rosemary's Baby. Rosemary's Baby, of course, one of the all-time greats. Roman Polanski, horrible man. Very horrible man. This is a good movie. I'm telling you to commit a crime and pirate Rosemary's Baby. I can see, I'm in the sound booth, the recording booth. My lawyer is screaming at me through the window, trying to tell me don't tell people to commit crimes on stream. He's now trying to get into the recording booth. He's like banging down the door with his battering ram. And he's my lawyer is so upset with me for saying commit a crime on stream. I'm gonna say commit a crime and pirate Rosemary's Baby. Make sure Polanski doesn't get a dime of your money forever. The Ruins. Weird pull, considering the number of things. I mean, I guess that's true of a bunch of stuff on this list. There's been a bunch of weird ones where I'm like, I don't understand why this of all things is on this list. Like, I have no... What is Sweetheart? What is Sweetheart? Why is this here and not Return of the Living Dead? What is Smiley? What is Smiley and why is it not here? Or why is here and not Day of the Dead or Land of the Dead or Diary of the Dead or Survival of the Dead? Why don't we have Terrifier 2 or 3? Which... I'm not even saying that because I like Terrifier because I think that they're like important or anything. I just think it's extremely strange. I think it's very strange that they are like, I think, and maybe I'm out of touch, maybe I'm the old man, as said, I think it's very strange that Terrifier 2 and 3 are not on here, as is the case with a number of other films that we've already discussed, whereas Vacancy First Cut is on here. Teaching Miss Tingle is on here. I don't know what these are. I don't know what Soul Survivors is. Again, maybe I'm the out-of-touch old man, but Ruins is kind of a weird, deep pull. It was a reasonably successful mid-2000s horror. I'm pretty sure I saw it in theaters. I definitely saw it back then, like when it came out. I just don't remember. Did I watch it on DVD? It would have been DVD, not Blu-ray. Did I watch it on DVD or did I see it in theaters? I think I saw it in theaters. I actually kind of like The Ruins. The Ruins is a weird movie. The setup of The Ruins is that some dumb American tourists go out to a kind of an Aztec or Mayan or Olmec pyramid, like some kind of ancient indigenous people's pyramid in Central America, and all around the pyramid for maybe like 100 yards or something is just sand, and or like that, like there's a big gap all the way around this thing, and they're told not to go to it, and they go to it, and then when they try to leave, there are some indigenous people around this pyramid who will kill anyone who tries to leave the pyramid. And the setup is that the ruins contain a very dangerous, very evil plant, and the indigenous people are basically like, we are quarantining you forcibly. You cannot leave. Sorry, you are just going to get killed by the evil plant. That sucks for you. There's nothing we can do about it. By going to this place we told you not to go to, you have sealed your own fate. It's a stupid movie. It's pretty silly, but I think there's some interesting, weird tension, and I like the setup. The execution is pretty dumb. My favorite dumb part of it is that the plant, this is a spoiler, I guess, the plant has like parroting abilities, P-A-R-R-O-T, parrot. Like it can, the plant is apparently capable of hearing and can actually reproduce sound. And it does this to mess with the people, and it doesn't, it's an incredibly stupid concept, but I still kind of like it, and in spite of me kind of liking it, I'm going to say you probably don't need to see it. If you want to watch a silly, dumb horror movie about people making really bad ideas, really bad choices. The Ruins is fine. I think it totally makes sense now that I'm thinking about this tier of films. The Ruins being alongside Lake Placid and Pumpkinhead and some of the Leprechaun films feels totally appropriate to me. Jeepers Creepers as well. AVP, yeah. I feel like the Ruins and AVP are fabulously common related friends in this in that tier. That finishes out the R row, everybody. We got it done in about an hour, and that's pretty good considering that I had so much to say about the Resident Evil films in particular. Thank you all for enduring that lengthy rant, especially I'm sure I said way too much about Welcome to Raccoon City. It's one of those things where it's like if I ever get off... if I ever get around to the idea of like writing video essays, the kind of duality and the concerning proposition of what it is to get quote unquote give people what they want, and what Hollywood's relationship to quote unquote giving people what they want is a tightrope walk that I'm not saying that Hollywood shouldn't give people what they want, but I'm just saying that like I feel like so often it is contemptuous and not it is not generous. It is not a generous act. So we're going to boot up Resident Evil 4 now. We gotta complete a chapter, and we gotta complete a chapter, and we gotta start another chapter probably. And we'll see how viable that is. Let me get our music stopped from Hunchback of Notre Dame. I sure hope, even though these movies are public domain, I sure hope that their audio is public domain as well. Real quick, I hop over to OBS, screen capture, open selector, Resident Evil 4. Here we go. And while the game is booting, real quick, I'm gonna go turn off my lights to help with the darkness levels in this room. So I'll be right back. Oh yeah, I see on screen now. I did the extra game separate ways. Yeah, I guess I thought I had already bought it, but I didn't. And because Requiem is coming up relatively soon, there is naturally a sale on Resident Evil games in the store. And so I bought that earlier today. And I also bought Typing of the Dead Overkill, which I've never played, and I'm looking forward to. I've watched other people play it on stream, and I've watched other people do it on stream, and I come on, scroll. Okay, there we go. Now it's out of the way. I watched other people play it on stream, so I know what the entire story is, but I thought it'd be fun. It's actually kind of like a dream of mine in a sense. Not like I'm pining for it, but like what I really, really wish is I would love it if Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles. I would love it if Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles were made available as Typing of the Dead style games, because I played so much Umbrella Chronicles on the Wii, and it's so bad, and I guess I could go back right now. I don't know if I really want to. I could to get that treasure. Also, do I have any... Wait, do I have any keys? Do I have any extra... I don't have any of the small keys, so I can't do the drawer right now. Crafting. I can't craft any shotgun shells. How many bullets do we have? We don't have a lot of handgun ammo, so I might... We're gonna... I also forgot to clean up my inventory off stream, and we actually... Oh yeah, we crafted bonus handgun ammo. I still haven't done the target practice off stream either, so the... What are they called? The charms that I currently have are still the only ones that there are. Oh yeah, I got to do a bunch of that off-stream stuff. I'll do it. I don't... I guess I could try to do it after the session. We'll see how long this takes. You know, as much as I want to finish both chapters 4 and 5 tonight, it is pretty tough. It's tough doing this sort of thing. Streaming after work is tough, guys. Being an adult. I like being an adult. It's great. Like, don't take this as me. I forget, is this locked? Yes, okay.
It's locked.
Don't take this as me being like, oh, it sucks having to have a job. I like having a job. I really like having a job, actually. It's much better than being unemployed. There's no way I'm gonna... Yeah. I was gonna try to stealth him, but... Nope. I hear more. Hello. I hear something. Oh. Are you gonna sprout? You're sprouting. And did the other guy kill himself? Not quite. Guys, playing this game in a dark room is so much better. I feel so empowered right now. I feel so empowered to not be desperately trying to read the screen in an incredibly bright room. It does not make the game scarier. It makes the game so much less scary when I can actually... Dark room makes screen brighter, you know? Nothing down that route except for those? That surprises me. I assumed that there'd be a squeaky treasure thing. Yeah, I love having a job. I love love being employed. Getting money is great. But yeah, you do really have to like pick and choose how you use your time. And like I wanted to stream last night. Like my stream from Monday? Was it Monday or was that Sunday? My stream from a few days ago. I mentioned I wanted to stream Wednesday night, and then it's like Wednesday comes and somebody I know is having a book launch, and it's like really, really cool. Like I was like pumped that this person I know has this like very cool thing happening in their life, and we can unlock the door from the back. And it's like a project that I wasn't like super closely involved with, but like very, very early on. Who sees me? Oh, there you are. Hello. Get closer. Oh, that's a problem. Hello. I hear people on both sides of me, so we're going to make some distance. Come to me, everybody. Oh, I should have waited. There we go. It's a project that I was a little bit involved with at an early stage, which is, you know, very cool to be a part of in its own. But like this like museum show.
Out of the way.
Is he gonna sprout or is he gonna burn? He's burning. I thought the burning would prevent the sprouting. But like, okay, the burning did deal enough damage to him that the sprout was easy to take care of. It's really bright. Oh, there's dynamite. Wow, dude's got an arm. Wow. Did he? Oh, almost killed me. Wild. I was not expecting him to be able to throw the dynamite that far. Okay, well, you know what? Let's... And he sprouted.
All right.
And then... Where's... Guy up top? In case that gets close again. Let's go around. But yeah, going to this book launch, which I'm happy I did. The guys, yeah, spawn behind me, naturally. Book launch is very, very cool, but it's like streaming and book launch just didn't make sense. Because, you know, it's like the thing doesn't start until like an hour after work. Goes for an hour, takes me an hour to get home. suddenly, you know, I'm home at 9 instead of 7. You know, not that that's like, not that 9 is crazy late, but it's like I still have to make dinner. It's like, I don't know. These things add up. Time adds up. Is there other treasure in here? I mean, obviously there, but let's run back around real quick. Optional treasure. Over here. Symbol that's double C's. Is it directly above me? Yes, it is. Hello. Ah, silver token, nice. Yeah, they're really throwing these at you to let you know, like, oh yeah, this thing that we're doing with the charms is, it's not just a bonus, it's kind of like an intended part of the gameplay experience. So we got the double C's, we the symbols on the walls at least. Then we got the right side up, upside down, and then there's a third symbol I think that you need. So it's this one. It was the, wait, what does the C's look like? Am I wrong? What am I? You are, is there additional info that I need to make that possible? When I say C's, I'm talking about this like Gucci logo. C backwards C. I guess that's not what I wanted. No. This is weirdly hard without a, oh, I can do this with a mouse wheel, thank you. I think it's this. No, I didn't mean that. Sure, whatever. Yes, correct that. What's the third one? Third one is, okay, diagonals. Okay. The mouse wheel thing wasn't going great for me. So yes. Yes. And then I can't tell if it's this or if it's this. It's that. Okay. And that gets us one of the heads for our puzzle. Apostate's head. And it bleeds. That's neat. An apostate for anyone who desperately wants to know what apostate is. Oh, of course, guys are back. Is an apostate, of course, is a person who basically like doesn't acknowledge God's divinity or something. Like it's I've looked into this because there's a lot of discourse in the Warhammer community about like, was the Horus heresy like actually heresy? Is a funny. Can you not climb? Do you not know how?
Twisty son of a bitch.
Now you're on fire. Was the Horus heresy actually heresy, or was it apostasy? Is a point of some contention. And then there's a third one. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's blasphemy. Blasphemy. I missed a barrel. Going back is kind of hard. Blasphemy is like insulting God, I believe. Apostasy would be like saying God isn't real. Or no, apostasy would be saying God isn't real. Blasphemy would be saying like God is evil, or like I hate God. And then heresy is like neither questioning the divinity of God nor necessarily neither questioning the existence of God nor attacking God per se, but it's like a okay, that is everything we need over here. Heresy is like the statements of a believer that are like verifiably untrue in a way that is like almost considered like dangerous to the doctrine or dogma of a canon, in the sense of like so like one is I forget what it's called. It's something it's like tripartite. Is there anything go over there? No. Like a really classic Catholic heresy is referring to or treating the Trinity as polytheistic. Like, you're not supposed to do that in Catholicism. In Catholicism, it's like the 3 and 1 are... Thank you for fish. I didn't mean to get out of the boat. I was just trying to pick up fish. The 3 and 1 are supposed to be the same. You're not supposed to treat the 3 as... I think there's a big fish. Lunker bass. And like in Catholicism, like approaching or talking about God in polytheistic terms is supposed to be is that what my quest is, by the way? Comms requests. Catch me a big fish. There's a gigantic fish. Sell a lunker bass. Okay. We got that already. We got it indeed, Leon. Our last section is, yeah, that top right one. And then I think we're good. And then it's boss battle time. And then, yeah, I guess we take those back. Wait, is it boss battle time or is it... Why did it say stone pedestal over there? Oh, right, that's the, we need the third of the hexagonal pieces for the rotational puzzle. And our last section over here, I believe. Oh, bonk. I don't think there's guys in this one. Yeah, but apparently they have beheaded an apostate, so I wonder if we're going to get a blasphemer or a heretic as our third. So we've got 3 squiggly lines. Is there anything we could see from down here? I don't think so. We once again need 3 though. Nothing in here. I presume, at least. I don't remember these puzzles. Compared to, like, Resident Evil 2 as a game. Not only have I played it all the way through myself, but also I've watched other people play Resident Evil 2 Remake quite a bit. So I remember that, like, DCM and CAP and whatever. Okay, so that's that. Squiggly lines. The kind of parentheses, like an M with a thing over there. And then triple facing inward. And is there any... Can't get that, okay.
No good.
Nothing up here otherwise then? No. So it was you, and then 3 lines. Fabulous. And what are you going to be? Blasphemers. Okay, we got it. So we're just missing the heretic for round up the 3. Rifle ammo, thank you. We haven't had much of that. Ah, Hexagon PC, speak the devil. I forgot where we got that. Ruby, also nice. Let's just unlock this for the sake of saying we did it. We are, ha ha ha, a master of unlocking. Ha 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 ha. I'm just as clever as Welcome to Raccoon City, right? Oh, and they righted our boat. They made our boat face the right direction. How sweet of them. This actually was shorter. Oh, I'm missing something. What did I miss in there? Did I miss another squeaky? I did. I missed another squeaky. Hello. Another ruby. Nice. This section was faster than I remembered it being. I maybe could have completed this as part of last session. 'Cause doing this and chapter 5 is going to be a little bit of a squeeze. I just want to go straight, I think. I'll go straight across the lake. Doing both is going to be a little bit of a stretch. Not like horrendous or anything, but it'll be a long session today, so we'll see how well that goes, being after work. Okay, now we have to do rotational puzzles, which are among my least favorite type of puzzles. We know what goes in the center. Cool. Oh, well, that's actually quite good for us. Pretty good. Can I not do... I feel like I did this... The first time I did this puzzle, I pretty much did it by accident, which is a problem because now that I need to do it for real, I don't have a great strategy in place. Okay, we got you centered. We got you as a pair. Centered. I need... That's fine. What can I do? So that gets that centered. That's good. No. It's actually not. Hmm. I might have screwed this up, everybody. Is there a way to reset it, I wonder? This is going to be infuriating for people to watch, I'm sure. Oh, there we go. Sorry, everyone. Depraved idol. Cool. I'm sure some people were screaming at the screen there, upset with how long I took. In the grand scheme of things, I'm rather proud of myself. I think I did okay. Is it this way? Yes. Sorry, everyone. I keep checking the map. It's instinctive. No. This is what I want. Yes. Mural cave. This whole section is really fabulous to me, though. I'm really impressed with how much they... I think apostates was to the right. Yes. Blasphemers to the left. Church insignia. Thank you. And that's it, everybody.
Condor 1 to Roost. I found the key to the church.
Copy that. Now go get Baby Eagle.
Right. No time to chat. I'm going in. Condor 1 out.
I have to wonder why Leon's a condor specifically. Why not something cool? Cooler, I guess. Like a hawk or a falcon. Is this... Wait, am I going the right way? No, that's very much not the right way. I was going the right way in the first place. More fool me. Yeah, this whole section is really quite impressive to me, quite amazing. And I think I addressed this already, but I'll bring it up once more. I think I mentioned this last time, but the mechanics that we have here, I'm inclined to think... I've been inclined to think since this game came out that this is kind of tipping us off to the idea that the next game we're going to get is...
Oh, nothing but welcome. Ooh,
sell. Yes. Yes.
Ruby's all rubbish. It makes no difference. The price, well, that's our choice.
I think this is... We've completely used up now, but I'll hold off now until we get that confirmation. Lunker Bass, thank you.
This is what I'm talking about.
We get more spinels.
Fine work. Got
And
a
then
selection of good things
Metal Shake
on
Case
sale,
Black
stranger.
increases the
Some
drop rate
things
of resources.
money
I don't
can't
particularly
buy.
care. TMP stock, I don't care. We will buy this eventually, but for the time being, we don't have any yellow rounds, so I don't think it makes sense. We don't need to
Your
use it. I'd rather hold on
valuables
to
won't
my
do you much good in
what I've got. We repair my
Could
knife.
get you.
We've got quite a bit of money, so let's
Knife needs care every once in a while. This
upgrade the
kind of
pistol.
work
It's a
is
big
about
commitment,
finesse,
but
stranger. Little bit goes
let's
a
just
long
do it all.
way. You'll see.
It's our most important tool. And shotgun I would like to
Your
upgrade,
weapons are
but
in good
I feel like the
hands,
pistol
mate.
is just like
I'll
so
see you
crucial.
right.
Rifle, I'm increasingly thinking I am going to use the auto rifle that we get at the castle rather than the bolt action rifle. Aesthetically, I love the bolt action rifle, but
Will that be all then?
I think so.
Might want to take care of any leftover errands before going this way. Be ashamed to live the rest of your life wondering, what if?
Cute that the game tells you that. So I was thinking that this was them building up the toolkit for I thought it was them building up the toolkit to be like, oh yeah, sorry, just scanning for treasure. I mean, I don't have another key, so I don't know if I can. I don't think I can get that. Like, I just don't think. I'll double check to make sure I don't have one in inventory and it's not like miscommunicating to me. Yeah, it doesn't work. That doesn't work, of course. Yeah, anyway, the boat section and the pseudo free roam nature of it reminded me of the boat section in the swamp in Resident Evil 5, of course, right? And it made me think that, like, okay, they're developing this because they're like prepping the toolkit for the same sequence in Resident Evil 5. And that made me think, okay, Resident Evil 5 might be the next remake that they do. And people in the community are quick to, I don't want to say dismiss that, but like people have, when I propose such a thing, people are usually quick to say to me, they think I'm wrong. And it just got reported on a few, like several very legitimate game news websites have reported on the fact that the ESRB has allegedly okay, so this is sellable. The ESRB has allegedly been contacted to basically start production, or like some kind of contact has been made indicating that Resident Evil 5, some kind of bureaucratic process has been initiated. Sorry, everyone. I just keep triple checking I'm not missing things. Some kind of bureaucratic process has been initiated, indicating that Resident Evil 5 is being reviewed by the ESRB. Butterfly Land. Which, you know, I'm not surprised. People seem to be upset by it. I don't think it's surprising. People are mad that we got 4 before Code Veronica. People are upset that we might be getting 5, and Code Veronica is nowhere in the dust. I will reiterate on an opinion that I spread frequently online. I don't think they're ever going to remake Code Veronica. I think Capcom does. I think Capcom has a vote of no confidence in Code Veronica as a game, and I don't think we're ever going to get it. Well, I'm not going to say I don't want to say we're never going to get it. I'm not going to like put money on the idea that we'll never get it, but I think it's very unlikely, or at least I think that there's games that people aren't talking about being remade that I almost think we might get before we get Code Veronica. Like, I almost think that we would get this level of fidelity remake of Revelations before we get Code Veronica. Time for a boss fight, everybody. in the most obvious boss arena of all time. The big door where we heard someone sleeping. And we saw a big skull before, and we heard about the big sun, who's growing so fast.
Jesus Christ!
Here he is. Hello.
Whoa! God damn, you're a big boy.
Ow. Stab. I forget how the mechanics in this one work as opposed to the
Shit, that was close.
OG from back in the day. Like mechanically, I'm expecting him to move more like his GameCube counterpoint. Oh, there we got the Plaga.
You got worms too?
Oh, I missed. I missed again. I'm bad. Shotgun hit it, maybe? There we go. I think that stunned him a little. I should have shot at it with my pistol rather than the rifle. Or the shotgun for that matter.
Hey, it's that dog.
It's true. It is that dog.
You wanna help? Because I could use it.
I'm stuck in the corner. I have bad positioning. Let's see what we can get picked up. Got a bunch of stuff. I don't know what all though. Headshot. We're about to run. Going after me, I think. Oh! My fault. I shouldn't. I was trying to go between his legs and it's hubris. That should get him on his... Yep. Click. I think I don't want to use any more rifle ammo for the time being. Okay. Doggy. Good job. Throw a grenade at him. Oh, actually, oh. Plaga's out. Oh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Good boy.
Oh. I really massively messed that up. I should have been shooting at the Plaga while he was down. Should be enough to get him. I think this should end the boss fight. I think, usually. No? I thought... Oh. Dang it. I thought three knives was like a guaranteed.
For you.
Ow. Why would you do that? There we go. Now, fourth knife should definitely... And we're clipping through the wall, which isn't very cinematic for a finale. Now this should almost certainly be... No? Really? Let's heal up, because we eat the fish. We eat the snake. Now he's dead. For whatever reason, maybe that's just a rule in the GameCube version, but I could have sworn that 3 knife sequences are a guaranteed boss kill.
God damn. That was almost a pancake.
We got a yellow diamond, though. That's nice.
Okay. Let's get to that church.
Huey. Where's Huey? First, we pick up all the stuff. He didn't do... There's a few things he didn't do, which is a little bit strange also. There's a few other actions he can undertake, I mean to say, that he didn't undertake. Rearing log, 6 months. Its teeth have only just come through, but it shoves everything within reach into its mouth. It can't walk yet, but it swallowed a dog whole. 9 months. It already towers over me, but it keeps growing. The town hall can no longer contain it. 10 months. It keeps growing even after moving it to the quarry. It can devour a whole cow in only 3 days. 13 months. It can swing our largest pickaxe as if it were a twig. One of the men in the village was almost eaten today, too. It's not getting enough food. 17 months. At this rate, there are only a few cows left now. At this rate, the whole village will starve. We summoned help from the castle and had them put the beast to sleep with an incantation. Hopefully, it won't wake up for a long time. 17 months old. It's a baby. We just killed a baby, everybody. Terrible. Terrible. We're very bad. Where's the dog? Where's Huey? Where's my baby? No. Huey.
Thanks, bud.
There you are. Thank you. Yeah, beloved by fans. I don't know where the name Huey comes from. I don't know if that's like an in-files thing or if it's just a fan name or what. But yeah, traditionally, the fellow is called Huey. And I don't know if that's H-U-E-Y or H-U-G-H-I-E off the top of my head. I think that's not what I wanted to do this. Okay, so there's nothing for us to look at until we get to... there's nothing for us to look at until we get to the church. Funny thing, I don't know why this was changed of all things, but in the original game you could actually take the boat back to the church. Like there was a dock close to the church, and if you did that, A, you wouldn't have the key necessary anyway, but B, the bigger issue with it was if you did that, there would be dogs there, so you'd be attacked by dogs, which would like Plagas dogs as well, which would dissuade you, of course, from wanting to proceed. Do they reload this area with enemies? I can't recall. I think in the original game they do. I think you have to fight your way back across this gangplank thing, but I might be wrong. I know you do this as Ada at one point in, at least in the original game. Evidently we don't in this one. Okay, that's fine. Nope, I hear the doggies. I didn't see the dog, but I heard it. I think I still need a key. Hello, dog. Unless it's behind me. Nope. Ow. Rude. It's a lot of ammo on one dog. Yeah, 3 gunpowder's not bad, though. He was still a little bit hard to see, though, I'll admit. Yeah, I need another key, right? Yeah, I don't know if I'm missing them or what. I don't think I am. I think I'm being... You know, I've been obsessively checking the map. But we've still missed 2 keys. I think... I'm wondering, I'm not positive, but I do know, you know, as has been criticized of many contemporary games, you know, there are like pre-order bonuses and things. Do I hear dogs? No. There's like pre-order bonuses, and like you can like buy things that make the game easier. And I don't know if that's what's happening. But I wonder maybe if I paid for some pre-order bonus, I would have gotten a bunch of like extra keys. Because I think you can also get the treasure map. I think you can like pay for that with real world money.
Ashley Graham, I'm here to help.
What do we have inside the church? On this... I don't think that's on this floor. I think that's in the save room. That's like... Yeah, that's the locked drawer. Okay, so above me, there's a bonus treasure. And we also have an herb here, which is great, because I want to mix those. And let's also mix these. And I can't craft more shotgun ammo yet. I think we're good on pistol ammo. I won't make that for a minute. Yeah, so that's a floor up, and I can't see it because there's a ceiling above me. Pesetas. A blue dial. I can't remember how they changed this puzzle in the remake. Submachine gun ammo. I think we'll just sell all that. Again, I don't think I'm going to use the TMP at all in this playthrough. Not that the TMP is like bad or anything, but it's just I've never it's never... Oh, no, we just needed the blue. Okay, I thought we were going to need to find the blue and the green and the red. I've never been particularly predisposed to using the TMP. Like I've done... Oh, there's a small key. I guess we could run outside and do that real quick. Let's go back. I am going to just grab that real... Oh. Bolts. Let's just unlock that drawer, because I don't remember if we can go back with Ashley or not. Or I don't know if it makes sense for us to go back with Ashley or not. I guess I could have done this from above, but just because there's going to be enemies in the area when we leave, so not having to double back is a positive. Yellow diamond, extremely good find. Okay, that was very much worth it. I don't know what's in the one by the lake. Is the problem. I'm hoping it's just another yellow diamond. Not that I want to miss a yellow diamond, but just that, like, I'm inclined to think that that's a better outcome than some other outcomes. Because this we can now inlay one red. No. My blue into here. And then yellow into here. Cool. I still haven't found the guide. We have to figure out what is the best combo for doubles and even for this quadruple. Okay. And now this is, I think, actually not particularly different from the original. If anything, it's actually a little bit dumber. I actually like the original puzzle in the first game is not that it's hard at all, but I rather like the light puzzle in the first game. That this is a dumber version of it, and I don't mean dumb as in, I don't want to say it's like bad. It's more just that it's it is absolutely like a simplified version of that puzzle. In the original, you don't get to see them combined in real time. You have to individually adjust each color and then combine them after the fact.
Ashley, you in there?
Yeah, you have to combine them. You align them all and then combine them. We'll get there in a minute. Let me get my bonus treasure. Oh, is it still another floor up? Then let's double check. We found a broken cell phone, Sigma Gamma Phi, and a Sigma Gamma Phi sticker. Yeah, reminder, Ashley is a college student. They mentioned that in this game also. In the initial Hunnigan dialogue, people have a tendency to misattribute Ashley to being a teenager, which she's not. She's 20. And yeah, she's in college. She was kidnapped while in transit from her college back to Washington, D.C.
Ashley. Ashley Graham, are you in here?
Just let me go.
Listen. Easy with that. My name's Leon. I'm here in the president's orders and... that went well. Hey, it's dangerous outside. You need to listen to me.
What is that? Over there?
Pursue them. The lost lambs are escaping.
Perseguirles.
Deliver unto them salvation.
And chapter 4. It actually did take me almost another full hour to finish chapter 4, so I don't feel too bad about having split up.
What do we do?
Your father trusts me. And I need you to trust me too. And do exactly as I say. I'm gonna get you home safe.
Okay. Okay, Leon.
All right. Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay.
We're just going to double check the room we came out of. Make sure there's nothing lootable. Evidently not. I thought there would be. We double check. Oh, it says that there's treasure in this room. Oh, I hear squeaky squeaky. Can I do this from here? No. Yellow diamond, very good. Extremely worth it. That's awesome. We actually have, yeah, we have 2 yellow diamonds. That's like extremely, extremely good. Okay. Back down we go. The gunshot apparently didn't alert them. I do have to say, I really love Ashley's redesign. I love Ashley's redesign in this game. I think she looks great.
Get the ladder.
Okay.
I wonder if there's something up with my graphics setting though, because her jacket looks a little bit off to me. I wonder if there's like a material that's like broken, like if it's supposed to be like velvet or corduroy or something, and I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to see. Yeah, okay, so it's on this level that the extra treasure is. Okay, before we go out the window, Ashley, I'm just gonna bop. Attachable mines. We're probably never gonna use the mine throw either this playthrough. It's a cool addition. I'm glad that it exists and it'll like diversify. You know, if I'm in the position to do tertiary playthroughs, it could help diversify that for sure. But yeah, we're all good now. But I can't particularly, I don't want to prioritize having it in my inventory, nor the like ammo commitment.
No way.
It's okay, I've got you. Hey, trust me.
Her hair looks slightly off to me as well. I do wonder if there's
Thanks.
some kind of material issue.
Roost, I've secured Baby Eagle.
Copy that.
She can come down
Is she
ladders,
okay?
unlike the first game.
Well done, Condor 1. I'll dispatch a chopper ASAP. I'm sending you the coordinates for the extraction point. Make your way there, and don't let anything happen to Baby Eagle.
Copy that.
Hurry. The weather is getting worse. Roost out.
And yeah, nothing to get around here. So we're just going to be going. We're going to head back to the village. I think we'll clear the village. We might run back to the village chief's manor real quick. I don't know. We'll see. This isn't actually, I don't think this is a mega long chapter. Oh, of course it throws me into the map to show, okay, the pickup point is, the extraction point is at the locked off house.
It's dangerous.
Which had the
Stay
dead cow
close.
by it.
Okay.
I like that they throw you into the radio call right when you're at the base of that, because it's like forcing you to notice that Ashley can get down ladders on her own if you played the first game. Is this door openable? That's the save room. So this is like the, okay, I guess if you really want to save immediately right now, you're able to. Or I guess like we could have gotten the treasure then and there. I'm gonna stealth kill this lady if we can. And then are there people at the door? I can't remember. Oh. Hello. we stealth kill him too? Yes.
Come in, get behind me.
Oh god! What is wrong with these people?
Nope. Let me. Nope. Let me. I got the knife prompt.
You okay?
Yeah.
Close your eyes. Ashley!
There's no exploding cart here, huh? Ow. Here's another one of these. Expand health bar again.
Break already. They keep coming.
Oh. Okay. Not as elegant as I would have liked. Not as bad as it could have been either. Yeah, in the original, for those who haven't seen, there's a big ol' exploding cart right there that you can send down. And wipes out most of the guys who are in the way. I guess that was just a little too easy. Huh. That's okay, though. We got some resources. In the grand scheme of things, that went just fine. Hello. Ooh. Ow, I'm on fire. Hello. Is there anything this way? Did they restock? Anything in here? Didn't think so. I hear a sprouter. Hello. And he's down. This is why I like the Red 9, everybody. It's the highest damage. It's the highest damage handgun in the game. I don't know if it follows the same logic or not as the original game progression, but in the original game, its max damage upgrade basically made its damage output comparable to a shotgun. Not a fully upgraded shotgun, but like the base game shotgun.
Come take a look. Welcome. I've got something new for you.
What have we got that's new? Nothing new. Is it just
what
new?
You see is what I've got.
I don't see anything new.
Why not try your hand at a new gun, stranger?
No. I do want to rebuild that. That wipes out all of my money. Except we can sell this now. We can sell the butterfly lamp. We can sell the key. We've confirmed that that's saleable. And we have things with which we could do the bangle, we could do the flagon, we could do the necklace. I think for the time being I will not do that.
I'll buy almost anything.
I will sell my TMP ammo, which is worth quite a bit. I might hold on to the bolts for a minute. I know I'm just not going to use the TMP. It's certainly good. I just don't. I generally don't prioritize it. Red Barrel is our.
How have we procured these curiosities?
We'll get the mask because we can use.
That one. Come.
Let's actually just do that real quick for crafting sake. We will inlay gemstones. We will do red, blue, and I'm almost certain order doesn't matter. I certainly hope it doesn't. If it does, I would be rather upset.
What can I do you for?
Elegant mask is worth 24,000. Very good. And like that, we go from 0 to like 60,000 in like no time at all. Did the crafting page have a Inlay gemstones. If we do 1 and 2, 2 color bonus is 1.1. Remove gemstones. Inlay gemstones. Do I get a 4 color bonus if I do this? So, I mean, yellows are just categorically worth more than the other colors. 4 color bonus is 1.6. For whatever reason, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I do believe... I think that there are other combos, and I could swear... Maybe I just have to look up a guide online. I could swear that they do something that's like a full house combo or something like that, where it'll be like, oh yeah, if you do like 3 of one color and 2 of another color, that can be a bonus. If you do, like, they'll have like a 5 gemstone thing that'll be like, if you have 5 of one color, that's actually its own, like, that has its own bonuses as well. Oh, and we have another... I need someone to get rid of the wild dog that's been roaming around the village. It'll be easy to spot. It's not like normal dogs. It's by the village chief's manor for 8 spinels. Very good. We will be doing that because we do want to go by the chief's manor anyway.
Sorry, we need to keep moving.
Got it.
And here is presumably another one of these big guys who has been born. Something is growing large in the village. As we discussed, there is this canon explanation for the lack of children. Presumably that is maybe like the one circumstance where if something grows with a plaga, or maybe if like a pregnant woman has a baby that absorbs a plaga, or like the baby gets like plaga resistance by way of the mother, maybe that's how that comes into existence. So what is our route, Ashley? I think what we are going to do is... we need to get over here. We need Ashley's help to do that. And we do want to go down to the chief's manor. Not only is there the dog that we have to kill, but there's also another raise up point. I can't remember what the enemy situation is in the village. Well, there are definitely enemies. How many can I see from here, I wonder? Can I snipe? I hear plenty. I doubt it'll let me snipe many. I can snipe her at least. Snipe him, obviously. And does he sprout? He does. That's annoying. Okay. Hello? That's rude. Can I get high enough or far enough back? If that doesn't happen, I wonder. Now they're coming for me. Ow.
Ashley!
Control.
You all right?
Yeah,
Rude.
I'm fine.
Ow. Very rude.
Ashley!
Ow. Extremely rude. We heal.
You okay?
Yeah.
hear more of them. Are they behind us? No.
Ashley, are you all right?
Yeah, thanks.
We reload. I wish I could have sniped them through the gap. That would have made things easier, but I don't want to waste more rifle ammo testing, if such a thing is possible. This is, this particular sequence, I will say, in the original game is, I think, like one of the scariest passages of the game when you go back through the village with Ashley. Because it's pitch black, and it's the first time you've been back to the village since it has been dark. And it's not nearly... I hear someone. This is much brighter than it was in the original game. I hear... I do not see. Ashley, follow, please.
Come on.
No problem.
We need you. We can't be helping you escape
I need you to
President's
open it from the
daughter.
other side.
I need completionism. That's more important than getting you to safety.
It's open.
Thank you.
I owe you one.
Let's see what we got in here. Ooh, fancy chest. Elegant bangle with more treasure slots. And we got rifle ammo spinel. Nice. Okay. Is that it for in here? No, there's something optional. Yep. Token. Nice. Increases our gotcha odds. Okay. Now I know that there's more people in the area because I can hear them, obviously. Oh, is a cow back alive? Oh, hello, cow. I thought you were dead. I hear someone. I could swear they're straight ahead. Or they might be in the house. Before we do that, though, I think we are going to go back. This is the direction to... Yeah, this is the direction to the boss battle. Are there any bear traps? I don't think so. Well, not boss battle, mini-boss, I guess. We're going to fight a big, scary dog. We're probably going to use a bunch of shotgun ammo on it. Can I craft any more is the question. I can. 6 shotgun shells is great. You're with me? Good. We'll see what we can do to abuse the mechanics of the dog. How the dog comes out or doesn't come out. Nothing in here, right? Didn't think so.
I just want to go home.
Yes, yes, yes. We'll get you home soon. Completionism first. We might not be able to abuse door mechanics. And I feel like the big scary dog might not spawn until after we come out. I might be wrong, so prepare for a jump scare if that's the case. Follow me, Ashley, please.
Over here.
Got it.
Go up into the attic where there could be... I mean, the map indicates that there's a monster in this area. It very well could be up in the attic. I don't know how a dog would get up a ladder, but there's some talented dogs. Thank you.
What is this place?
Yellow herb. Ah, the best of all rewards. Perfect. Village Records Volume 2. All the men cheered when they heard the boat as it raced across the surface of the water. That magnificent oil will surely help us catch fish easier than ever before. The ironworks was only built a year ago, but it has already merged well with the village. Our sickles and knives shine like never before. The 2 fish we got from the deal will eat almost anything and are breeding well. The fish farm in the swamp is also making excellent progress. During the day, I teach literacy and mathematics to the children. Every evening, I dine with a single family to hear their grievances and recent gossip, all under the roof of this home we built. Since I opened the village up to the outside, we have prospered and the people are happier. Smiles have even started to appear on their faces. A strange group of black-robed people descended upon the village from a castle and raised an ominous flag with a spider-like insignia upon it. After preaching about salvation and forgiveness, they injected us with something they claim will cure us of madness. Can they be trusted? Well, that's concerning. We get a photo of this gentleman. On the back it reads, "Watch over the village in my stead. May smiles always find you," in photographs. A father's portrait. On the back, of course, being in Spanish. Interesting. Don't know to what that refers. Is there anything else up here? Yes, another treasure, apparently. What have we got? Break that. Oh, we've got another photograph. On the back it reads, "Photo of the factory, the long-awaited ironworks, 1992. Okay, so that gives us a sense of how long this has been going on. Also, a chess game. I think in the original game that looks like the treasure that you can get. That is rifle ammo. Excellent. Where's our other treasure, though? Is it through? Yes. Village Records, Volume 1. The Elder entrusted the village to me today. He told me I can learn my duties as I go. I will start by keeping a record of the village. There are still many words I cannot write, but the Elder encourages me. I will do my best. There's a young boy who lives in a cabin by the lake with his grandfather. It seems that his mother was called to heaven upon his birth. His grandfather doesn't talk much, but the lad is very bright and very spirited. He told me a story about a knight who rides on a donkey again today. The boy's grandfather has fallen ill, and his condition worsens every day. The boy worries terribly about him, and there are murmurs of a madness among the villagers. As I took my leave, the old man pulled me aside and said, 'If anything happens, you know what to do.' I could only nod in response. It was a terrible night. Everyone stood around the cabin and watched as it burned to the ground. The boy looked on without saying a word. Even as dawn broke, he didn't move a muscle. The next day, he was gone. Once again, Luis Serra, most likely. Or we are inclined to believe. An antique camera. And another photo. Boy, a photo of his grandfather and the Navarro family. 1981. Okay, maybe not Luis Serra. Perhaps someone else entirely. That's what we need. The audio is ramping up, however, which makes me think our dog will be waiting for us when we leave this place. So, out we get. I don't hear any audio indicating that he is out there. Can I see him? No. But I don't know. It's not like the best vantage point to be seeing someone from. And I can't remember. Okay, so I can have. Okay. Unlike the original game, you can't tell Ashley to completely stay put. It's basically stay with me or like be loose, and like she can. Let's actually go out the side door. I think that might be a little safer. I'm not positive. That might be completely off, in fact. Nope. But I kind of think we might be able to filter the dog this way. Right? Yeah, we go around back. Creates more of a channel for the dog boss. I don't hear it. Soon. Or does it not? Are we not able to go this way anymore? We're not. Okay, so we have to go through the front door. The game predicted. I do hear it now, though. Is it out there? Can I see it? Can't see it through the gap. I think I do see it, actually. I did definitely heard it. But I think I saw it. I think it's past the gate. I wonder if it's going to burst through the gate. I don't remember. I did do this before. As we've to reiterate for anyone who might be new, I've played through this game to the start of the island section, and then my old computer, we'll just say, gave up the ghost. Did I peek in the kitchen before? I don't think I came in here. Beautiful kitchen. It's a big ass rabbit. Shotgun time. I think the dog is, yep, just past the gate. Can I shoot through the gate to hit the dog? Probably not. I'm going to waste one bullet trying. No. Oh, you know what? I think I remember this now. Yeah, the dog returns to town. I remember this. Okay. That tracks for me now. Okay. Boss fight in the middle of town. Makes sense. It's wider open. And we can't do quite as much to filter him. Let's see what we can do, though, on that front. Reload the one shot we wasted.
Okay, it's all right.
No problem.
Hello.
Hi there.
Give me a warning next time?
Ow. You really got like a scorpion tail with that, huh? Ow. Ow. Are we finally dead? Or no? Now? Nope. That's just like a boss mechanics, huh? Ow. Okay, well, re-heal. Full health again.
Sorry. Target neutralized.
There we go. Not so bad. Eyes still glow, even while dead. Used a little more ammo than I would have liked, but easy come, easy go. Took way more damage than I would have liked. That's really the bigger problem.
Stick close.
Okay.
Three shotgun shells is good. I think we have to go through this building now to drop down. Yeah, this is like a forced filtering. But I think we're like 100% clear through all of the previous areas of the game. So foot shot got him, dang. I was just planning on knocking him to the ground so I could melee him, but it worked. Nobody's around here, right? There's nothing else in the village, correct? No. Hello. Oh, my fault. My bad. Oh, is he about to become a... Yeah. Oh shit. So they only come out at night because light is bad for them. So flashbang. Two of them at the same time felt a little bit perilous to me. That was kind of a waste. I should have waited maybe for a little later in the game to use that. Oh, nothing else in here. but I feel reasonably okay about the choice. And there's nothing in this path, right? Okay. Okay. Forward we go. We're back into the barn area, and there's at least one treasure in here. I think there should be enemies around also, so...
This can't be happening.
Yep. Okay, we just do a quick save because we killed the boss, right? So... we will also actually go to storage real quick. I'm going to store our... I don't want to discard, I want to store it. Oh, also Alt for auto sort? Oh, that's beautiful. I forgot that that was a thing. No, I don't want to discard. I want to... How do I... Can I not store ammo? Is it only... Oh yeah, you can't store ammo. Interesting. Okay, I forgot about that. I don't want to customize my case at all. We're good. Okie dokie. Come on, Ashley. Into the dark. Into the area with more enemies. Hello. Uh-oh.
I knew it.
Hate when that happens. Yeah, they don't come out at night because they don't like light. Or they only come out at night because they don't like light. Hence, flash grenades being rather effective. Aiming with the mouse. Delightful. I think that's it. Hello, Piggy. Were you around when I first came through here? I don't remember. Hello? I think this is forcing us that way. Yeah? Hello? Nope. There goes a knife. Oh, that's a problem. Hello. And there goes all of my shotgun ammo to one little mini boss. Let's just see. I hear them. I swear I hear them to the right. Are they in the barn? Yes. Hello? I thought so. Hello? Nope, nope. Bad. Bad. Okay. Is there anything in here? I don't think there is. I think we cleared it the first time through. And then there is a treasure. Oh, no, not over here. There's a treasure over there, which we get to. We can do this way. Yes, okay. Fabulous. What do we get? A pipe with a ram on it. Okie doke. Okay, well, what do we have? We have only one shotgun shell. That's a problem. Can we craft? We can't craft shotgun shells yet. Okay. Hello, merchant. You've taken up shop. Conveniently. Are you... Here you are. Hello.
Nice work.
Savage mutt, thank you.
What you buying?
Nothing worth trading for. We're just gonna get this for the sake of it. We have enough.
A wise choice. I know. I say that a lot.
That's for selling only. For selling only. For selling
Your
only.
valuables, a deal well struck.
Tune up. Oh, that's fine. Oh, okay. I guess we just didn't equip. We need to equip our combat knife after
Molding a
we
weapon
repair
to
it.
suit your specific
Evidently.
needs. It's a thing of beauty, isn't it?
You're maxed out. Let's start
A well-tuned
getting our shotgun capacity up.
Dazzled,
Now we can
are you?
max it out.
Our craftsmanship demands no less.
And there's nothing to buy for the time being. I don't really want to buy a first aid
Bang
spray,
for your
so...
buck, I get. Might want to take care of any leftover.
Yep, I know. Point of no return, everybody.
Errands before going this way. Be ashamed to live the rest of
We missed one drawer, but that aside...
life wondering, what if, am I right?
No extra shotgun ammo. Bummer. We are going to craft a little... How much? We have 10 gunpowder, man. We're 2 away. We're 2 away from having shotgun. 6 shotgun shells. We're going to make handgun ammo. Because, yeah, we get the extra. We do get the bonus. I wonder if we can get a shotgun shell bonus. That would be a real game changer. I presume there's nothing over here for me to find. There aren't any new yellow barrels. No? Okay. Well, on to what is one of the harder combat gauntlets in the game. One of my favorite, kind of a classic throwback to the zombie movie trope of the sort of tower, the castle defense.
Over here!
You.
Hey, listen, about earlier.
Yeah, about that.
Hey, I see you found your missing señorita.
Senorita has a name and it's Ashley. You are?
Name's Luis. Encantado.
Great. We all have names. Now then. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
Very good questions, unfortunately.
Hide, now.
In that case, here, help me.
Ashley, quick! Over here.
Go. Okay, it's game time.
Fourth wall break, kind of. Wooden planks. Also, nope, come on.
These zombies made of monsters. You done warming up? Hope you stretched.
Yeah. Now you shut up.
Be good to go.
Planks.
Now.
Extra knife. What else we got around here? Let's see what's upstairs. In the original game, this sequence is also incredibly intense, of course, but I think it's like particularly tight in the remake.
Next.
Physically tight. I mean, it's just like
Give me a hand.
There we go. And I really need to equip my combat knife so I don't keep breaking the little ones.
Sure thing.
Ah, wooden planks, nice.
I got this.
Ow. 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 That was a bad combo of things that happened all in a row. Eat a brown egg. Eat a white egg. Oh, that's bad. Ow. I'm stuck. I'm physically stuck. 4. Grenade.
Here you go.
That should be a bunch of them all at once. Yep. Planks, thank you.
All right, this one's good. You know what to do. Sure thing.
Oh, upstairs.
Come on!
Let me make sure. I just want to grab. Ow, the last of the things. Now we head upstairs. Yeah. Run for me, I see. Let's also. In the middle of battle, we craft some shells. I eat another egg, just in case. And I do have some flash bombs. I'm out of. Oh, I have one regular grenade left. Okay. Let's switch to the shotgun.
Give me a hand!
Ow.
It'll help! Do something, would ya?
Ow. Ow. Stabba. Let's use a health spray. Hello.
Sorry, must have slipped.
Ow. Light me on fire. Rude. Stabba. I'm trying to parry. And mini boss time.
Look! We've got a big one on our hands!
Oh,
Little busy at the
Stabba.
moment.
Hey, our guest
Low on health again. Let's. Do I want to use a green herb? Let's just to be safe.
So much
5.
for service with a smile, huh? I guess bullets work just as well.
Insta kill. There's cow.
Out of the way.
Is cow coming upstairs? Yeah, there it is. Come on. Pick up. Emerald, nice. Ow.
This way, hurry!
Used more health items than I wanted, but not too bad in the grand scheme of things. We didn't die.
Ashley.
What's happening to me?
Ashley, is this the first time you've coughed up blood like this?
You want to start explaining?
The cough, the blood, is caused by something called plaga. Okay. You saw those people, right? But you have the same thing inside you. The same thing that made them like that. This, what you're experiencing, these symptoms, they're only the beginning.
I don't want to become like them.
You are, well, lucky. You see, at this early stage, the parasite, the plaga, it is possible to remove it with the surgical procedure. And all you need is some know-how. And oh yeah, the right equipment.
Wait, you two?
No worries. See, I have a plan. But you're going to have to trust me. Great, we're partners then.
Hey, why are you...
No time for any questions. The clock is ticking.
Why are you helping us?
Because it makes me feel better. Let's leave it at that. I will contact you later.
All right, end of chapter. Not the prettiest cabin fight, but yeah, it's only my first time doing it. The original game cabin fight is actually really also quite difficult. I've become so accustomed to it because I played the original Resident Evil 4 so many times, but it is a little bit easier insofar as that the cabin is wider open in the original, so that's an important factor. And also, there's only one way to get upstairs. There's only one staircase rather than the staircase and the ladder, which I think makes it's like a little bit more defensible because it's not terribly hard to protect the stairs while like you can protect the stairs, and Luis can like mostly watch the windows, or you can watch like one window and the stairs while Luis handles like two windows. It's not particularly difficult in the grand scheme of things. Like once you know the positioning, I'm sure the same is true of, I'm sure the same is true of this one. Like if I ever get into, I don't think I would get into speed running, but if I ever get into challenge running, or I want to like try other like paths or something in this game, then I'm sure I'll get used to the cabin fight. I do love the change that that Ashley finds the escape. In the original game, the enemies just eventually walk away, like they eventually like give up basically, or they're ordered to withdraw, which is kind of like I don't want to say anticlimactic per se, but it's like strange and kind of like it falls sort of flat as a finale. It's like it's alien and kind of off-putting and like eerie, but I like the fact that Ashley finding a route out is like a really cool way to give her a little bit of agency and not make her seem so dopey. In general, I like a lot of the changes with Ashley. I still don't, we'll see, because I haven't actually played the game all the way through. I'll see what my overall opinions on the handling of her character are, but I like what I've seen so far. I like her new voice. Time to ruin the original RE4 for everyone if you haven't played it before. Original RE4 Ashley is Sandy Cheeks. That's her voice actress, and they sound exactly alike. So please enjoy having that ruined for you now. Yeah, I really like this section. I like the way that they handled Luis. They still have this funny, unique Japanese-ness to their interactions, where like they changed the dialogue, because famously that sequence in the original game had the whole the president has equipped his daughter with ballistics, and he's talking about her chest size, and then they get into this little spat about he's like, who are you, and she's like, or no, she asks, who are you, and he's like, oh, aren't you supposed to like offer your own name before you ask mine? And it's like intensely Japanese, and it doesn't I'm curious to what degree, if the Japanese writers understand how Japanese it is, or like if they just don't care, or what, that like in the Japanese context it totally makes sense that this like this rich girl would demand the name of this man she doesn't know, but it also totally makes sense that like the man who is older than her would be like, no, I'm older than you, you tell me your name first. And this whole thing about like how you do introductions in Japanese is like very stratified, and it like there is something still like strangely Japanese about their interaction in this final game. But I do think that the writing is a little bit it feels more naturalistic. I don't feel like I'm not like offended at all by the ballistics comment. Like it just like it like it's goofy, and like the nature of how they're trying to like handle the storytelling in this game, I think rewriting that specific line makes more sense. Like it makes sense that Luis under these circumstances wouldn't be like cracking a joke in the way that he had initially. So anyway, I like that change. I'm glad we got all the way through chapter 5, everybody. I'm excited that I was able to actually do as planned. It is a little later than I wanted it to be, but you know, not too bad in the grand scheme of things. I'm glad, and we're going to try to get this on the you know, as I said, we're going to try to get this in a 1 chapter per episode kind of format, and that means we have 11 chapters to go, because as it turns out, I did look it up, there are 16 total chapters in the game. So we're going to try to knock this out in 16 episodes, and most of the chapters will probably be, you know, around 45 minutes long, something like that, maybe a little bit longer, as I stand around and talk about this and that. But you know, I'm rather pleased with our progress today, and I'm gonna try. I'll try to record episodes after work tomorrow night and Saturday night as well. I don't know how feasible it'll be, but they shouldn't be as long as this one, because I'm not doing a chapter and a half. So we're going to get back into it. We're not super far out from Resident Evil Requiem launching, and I'm so excited to get into that. There's other stuff I want to play as well, and like if I feel like I really need to mix it up because this game is a little too intense or something. As I mentioned earlier this stream, I did buy Typing of the Dead Overkill earlier today, so I'm probably going to do a stream of that sometime soon. That could be like a fun change of pace. Typing of the Dead Overkill, for anyone who's not familiar, is the House of the Dead games. Of course, were light gun games. You shoot zombies with a, you know, you point and aim a little plastic pistol at the arcade. Typing of the Dead is a long-standing tradition in the history of the franchise where zombies have words over their head, and you have to type the words fast to land a headshot. And Overkill in particular is also a Wii game, and it was originally just like a regular shooter, and they eventually released it for PC as a Typing of the Dead game. And the hook of Typing of the Dead Overkill is that it's meant to be a grindhouse game. It's very, very clearly like heavily drawing from like Robert Rodriguez's Planet Terror, which we talked about in our horror movie tier list. I rather like Planet Terror. It's quite fun. Typing the Dead Overkill is loosely based on that, and is very goofy, very silly, very over the top. And I feel like I started making this point and never quite finished it earlier this episode. I apologize, but one of my dream games that will never happen because the typing thing is a House of the Dead thing, not a Resident Evil thing, but I would so adore a capacity to play through Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles with typing mechanics rather than light gun mechanics. I don't particularly like light gun games, and in particular I don't, even though I played all the way through Umbrella Chronicles, which I think I mentioned, I don't particularly want to replay it. I don't want to play it when there's like branching paths and unlocks and secrets and stuff. Just having all of that stuff kind of like automated through the typing interface is more appealing to me at this point in my life. I find light gun games to be kind of frustrating. I'm sure you can tell by the way that I play this game. I like stopping and looking at things and examining the environment. And light gun games or rail shooters immediately forcing you to the next thing without being able to like stop and look at things and enjoy things has never been much my preferred way to play. Something I might also think about doing that I don't know if I'll do this, but something I had thought about doing would be if I can find a playthrough, if I can find like a complete no commentary playthrough of those two games that's like a 100% perfect playthrough or something, I might contact the channel, ask if I can utilize the footage and then do commentary over it, and I would might even just fast forward through some of the gameplay sections, which sounds strange, but it's like there is interesting content in the rail shooter Resident Evils, in particular, and we can, I'm gonna yap for just a few more minutes. I apologize. Let's look at some bonuses while I yap. Why not? Extra content shop. Is there anything? I have 13,000 content points. Do I need to unlock stuff still? Yes, I don't necessarily have these things. These are model viewers. Concept art. We can look at some stuff, sure. The most interesting thing about Umbrella Chronicles in particular is that Umbrella Chronicles is the closest to the canon telling of Resident Evil 1 that has ever existed to this point. Oh, I'm kind of surprised I don't have more concept art. Do I have to buy it still? Do I have to buy concept art? I do. Okay. Let's buy all the concept art that we can. Why not? So when you play Resident Evil 1, and I don't want to go too far into this because we don't necessarily want to spoil the game for anyone who's like watching through this for the first time. Like, I don't want to spoil the castle enemies. That's the Verdugo. I don't want to open that, but we'll buy it anyway. Might as well. I'll just buy everything and we'll skip past stuff if it gets too spoilery. When you play the original Resident Evil, there's literally no way to play the game that arrives at an ending that aligns with canon. And that sounds really, really strange, I'm sure, but like, so you have to play as either Leon or not Leon. You either have to play as Chris or Jill in the original Resident Evil, right? Well, the thing about that's not strange, but like each of them has unique content. As Jill, you interact with Barry. As Chris, you interact with Rebecca. When the helicopter escapes at the end of the game, depending on which character you played as, A, the other character was locked up in jail the entire time. B, the complimentary NPC, Rebecca or Barry, is nowhere to be found in the mansion, and when you escape on the helicopter, they also aren't on the helicopter with you. There is no hypothetically, the canon scenario should have been, or should be, in this hypothetical abstract that both Chris and Jill are running around the mansion, but they're not running into each other. And Barry and Rebecca are also running around the mansion, and they also don't run into each other, and they also don't run into, you know, the Chris or Jill, depending on who they didn't interact with in, you know, in their respective campaigns. Let's see. Let's unlock. Again, don't want to unlock too much because I don't want to spoil too much, but we'll do a few more. The bull we gotta do. Del Lago. Got the golem. We got the big cheese. Don't want to spoil big cheese boss fight. Oh, you can get the pigs and the cow. Cute. And the fish. That's a lot of models. I feel like this is like an absurd number of models to be unlocking for the model viewer, considering the amount of points, the unlock points that I have, all considered. And these are unlocks dependent on completing the game under certain conditions. Same thing for these. All the Clockwork Castellans. Don't know. Okay, so those are... This is all, okay. We look at extra content. No, concept art. So it's like a really strange thing that there's no way to play through either the original game or the Director's Cut GameCube version that lets you see an actual canon ending where all four of those people escape. And we know that that's canonical that they escape because, like, they're all alive in canon, right? And we also know that it's canonical that they all were running around the mansion because of, like, references back to specific things that happened between them. But there's no way when playing Resident Evil 1 as a game that you can actually have that transpire. Umbrella Chronicles is, I believe, the only actual canon depiction of the outcome of those happenings. Which is, you know, really strange. So, you know, it would be cool to do that. And, you know, we talked about this a little bit with, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. The, Red Queen. So the Red Queen and all the stuff that happens in Russia in the 4th chapter of, like, the 4th campaign or whatever of Umbrella Chronicles is, like, unique content that I think is hypothetically canon, but we never, like, it never... Oh, I didn't mean to unlock the Ganados, but that's okay. That's a little spoiler. Armadura, same thing. The Vistador, same. Neat. There's Del Lago. Cute little guy. El Gigante as well. Vitores Mendez. The big cheese. I always forget Mendez's name. Vertugo. We'll see him later in the game. Ramon Salazar, who I mentioned in his original RE4 appearance. To me, looked like the kid from Battleground Knights of Terror. Here we go, Hunter's Lodge. So that content, to the best of my knowledge, is canon, and it's unfortunate that you can't get it otherwise. There's also extra chapters in Umbrella Chronicles that are meant to illustrate Wesker's perspectives on some of the events, and basically, like, you get, like, there's an entire chapter about Wesker escaping the mansion at the end of Resident Evil 1, which again is content that is hypothetically canon that never shows up otherwise. And I think it's cool. It would be cool to run back through that and see kind of what that looks like, what that is, what that means for the like the series at large. And I was kind of thinking of the same thing of Darkside Chronicles, which I'm less familiar with because I actually haven't played it. But so Umbrella Chronicles covers 0, 1, and 3, and then also has the extra chapter that takes place in Russia. Darkside Chronicles covers 2. Code Veronica has a bunch of original stuff about Leon and Krauser from Resident Evil 4. And I think that I'm missing something. I feel like there must be some other... I feel like there must be some other element that I'm not remembering. Scrapped idea. Looks like a vault. Interesting. These are sort of spoilers for later in the game. I also like that they just cut and paste original Resident Evil 4 Leon as part of their concept art. Yeah, these are sort of spoilers for later in the game. Sorry for anybody who's been waiting 3 years to watch a brand new mouse PNGtuber cover this game. I do want to run back to this Forest Altar thing. There's actually been some really cool data mining recently, by the way, that contextualizes this a little bit. It also contextualizes the opening scene a little bit. Was that there's actually going to be, it's like still in the it's still a little bit in the game files. It kind of in the style of like one of the Mia VHS tapes from Resident Evil 7. The game was initially going to open with a stealth section where you play as Ashley, and I believe she observes this, and it's her running and trying to escape the village. Like she's able to sneak out or something, witnesses a sacrifice, and then like gets captured somewhere. And we can see her phone in her hand. I think this is also when her phone gets dropped. There's a really good video about it. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll make mention tomorrow or Saturday or whenever it is the next stream. I'll bring up. I'll see if I can find the name of the channel who did the data mining and did the content analysis, because it's really interesting. It's like a whole scrap chapter of the game, and like it's interesting to know that existed in principle. But the video that I watched also makes a very good point that like for replayability of the game, the fact that you wouldn't have to go through this what actually seemed like a relatively long stealth section at the start of every new game is frankly kind of a mercy on the part of the developers that like they didn't include that, which, you know, not everybody is into that. So and I don't think we need to go through our model viewer, but I think it's neat. I like when games include this stuff. It's nice to be able to, I don't know, get in there, really like examine these designs and look into like the fact that he's wearing cargo pants is kind of neat. Even just like getting into, you know, like if we get into this, you know, we can really get in there and look at the plaga. It's got eyes coming out in all directions. See, I don't know if I necessarily like that though. We got 1, 2, 3 big eyes, like inhumanly large eyes. In the original game, I was kind of always of the opinion that like the eyes hanging off the plaga, overall this is like maybe a slightly better design, but like in the original game I liked the eyes hanging off of it looked like they were the eyes of the original person whose head had exploded, and I always thought that was like kind of gross, where it was kind of like here's this like residual viscera of here's the original, like residual viscera of, you know, this exploded head. Also, apparently, this gentleman is no longer a doctor. He is just Chainsaw Villager, not Dr. Salvatore. The fact that these are live models with physics is very, very funny to me also. Like, it's not just a static thing, but they have, I guess maybe not on the pigs, but the humans have like physics on their clothing and stuff. Like, yeah, if we go into Leon, yeah, his hair, you see it swoops and his clothes jiggle a little bit. Very funny. And we got these audacious costumes as well, by the way, for the sake of it, which I think are very funny. Romantic Leon, who doesn't really look like Leon at all. The change of the hair really dramatically, like, clothes aside, the hair really makes Leon Leon.
Get you home safe.
Oh, I forgot about, yeah, there's audio. Hero Leon, who's very like Devil May Cry with this like red leather theme. And then we've got Villain Leon, also very Devil May Cry. And then this was Casual Leon. Casual Ashley is looking like mid-2000s scene. I can't imagine this is actually Ashley's vibe, but it is very era appropriate for 2004. The original game came out in 2005, but takes place in the autumn of 2004. And then likewise, Ashley Romantic, who I think looks fabulous, more recognizably her because of the hair. High-waisted pants looking great on Ashley as well. No villain or hero, Ashley. I guess that kind of makes sense. We'll see what else we unlock as the game keeps going. I've been yapping too long. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll probably keep going tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, Saturday. Looking forward to finishing this one out. My feet feel more firm under me than, you know, even chapter 2, especially, but even chapter 3. So I hope you all are enjoying watching. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I always forget that I have to go over to OBS. I can't just... Exiting the game does nothing. That doesn't stop my stream. So you're now seeing a weird black screen with a gray rectangle because I have to tab out to OBS to shut my stream off. I should really set this up with a keyboard command, like an F key or something. So